Okay, so thank you for joining. Today's webinar is about our application Global Directory, but here you have the list of current application for CUCM, for Cisco, and now also for Microsoft Teams, because since 2 years we are developing also for Microsoft Teams. We have two applications which are completed for Teams, Global Directory and Voice Alert, and we are soon releasing a recording application and after Attend Console and TNet. So currently the topic is Global Directory. So why using Telesca Global Directory? Most of our customers have Active Directory, but it's generally used mainly for authentication, and there is no relevant information in it. So they need to find more information from a database, Excel file, or whatever, and merge this different information to have a global directory. That's why it's called Global Directory, with more accurate information. In some cases also you can merge different Active Directories or Active Directory organization to have a bigger directory for all the countries, for example. We can also reformat the fields, reformat directory numbers to have something current between numbers. But after, it may be useful also to segment or filter the directory, because not everybody is allowed to see all the contacts. And also maybe you can protect some information, or not all the fields or the columns are available for everybody. So that's also possible with Global Directory. It also is the search from different media, from IP phone, web interface, video collaboration endpoints, and now Microsoft Teams. We will see, of course, in detail. It also provides a way to have a reverse lookup, which give you contact information based on the calling number. And there are some other features which are not related to telephony directory, but generally to enhance the directory. We provide through the web interface a way to update the directory. So some user may be allowed to update the directory. We can also upload, for example, Excel file, additional Excel files, or we can allow each user to update its contact information, and for example, the photo, because now photo is popular, but it's very cumbersome to ask somebody to import the photo for everybody. So we can allow the user to import their own photo. And also, when you have directory which is up to date, global, you can use it to export to another directory. And for example, in Global Directory Server, we have an OpenLDAP, so we can export it for OpenLDAP or to an external Active Directory, for example. So this product exists for more than 15 years, but we still found some new feature to develop, or new interface with new environment to develop. So in the last years, we have added more sources, more directory sources to import from Google Directory, Google Shared Contact. Recently from Azure Active Directory, because currently Telesca platform is available also on the private cloud, so you can rent it from Telesca, or can rent an Azure cloud directly, their VM directly from Microsoft, and install the Telesca application. So we have secured and done some changes in the platform to be able to release it on Azure, so, which is necessary if you want to, for example, to access the directory from Teams. We'll see that, or of course all Teams application, but also for Cisco application it can be useful. Now we can also import Excel files as incremental, so you can add contact or update contact through Excel file, but not reload all the directory. You can import the files also from a network drive. And the web interface for the administrator to import manually a file has been enhanced, so you can see the progression, because it can be very long, and you can stop it if you have by mistake imported the wrong directory, for example. We have developed user interface for the video local version endpoint, for single users like the DX, WebEx Desk, WebEx Desk Pro, or for the video conference in a room, like the RoomKit or MX endpoints. We'll see that. And we have totally redeveloped web directory interface to have a better user experience. We have enhanced the search to allow searching from several fields of the directory, but also several words of each field, because sometimes the important word you are looking for is not the first one. It's just at the beginning of the fields, it may be the second or the third word. We can display the contact in a card format with a photo, and you can allow the user to import, to update their own contact card with some limited fields. And now also we provide a Teams application. So we are going to see in more detail some of these new features. If you are not familiar with Global Directory, there are some example of administration screen. So from the administration, you define what we call the source directory, the directory from which we import the data or which we search the data. So you can define how to connect to them by, for example, Active Directory parameters, SQL parameters, how frequently importing. You can map the colon of the source with the colon of the internal colon of Global Directory. You can define include, exclude criteria. You can deduplicate, distinct. You can reformat the phone numbers, for example, and so on. Here is a list of different sources, type of directories you can import. So Active Directory, which can be secured, LDAP secured, CUCM. So in some cases, it can be useful also to import CUCM because the directory number in CUCM is most up to date. Google Directory, Exchange, Azure now, and different file, Excel file, XLS and XLS6, text file, XML, HTTP result, or any SQL database by ODBC, ODB, or MS SQL. So from the web interface, we can update the replicated the internal directory of Global Directory, but also directly a database or personal directory. And you can export, synchronize to external Active Directory, LDAP, CUCM text file. We also provide a REST API to allow third-party applications, which are of course authenticated, to search in Global Directory. The personal directory is sorry, try to hide that. The way to synchronize with your personal tools, or you can create it from a text file or directly from web directory. And the search is the same as a Global Directory. Of course, it is filtered according to the user logs on the web interface, for example, or on the phone. And the directory is stored encrypted on the server so that the administrator cannot see it. In some cases, we don't have the right to search in Exchange, so it's possible to synchronize with Outlook, for example, with a small application installed on the PC. We provide also a way to create speed dials, means short numbers which are converted in real numbers. This is done by using an external control profile associated to a root pattern or translation pattern, which change the small short number in a long number. It's maybe useful if you, for example, the short number maps the customer ID, customer code. In this case, you can automate some application very easily. And from the web administration, you can define the search and the result format for the IP phones for the web interface. and also the condition to access this directory, to be allowed to access directory, and the condition to be allowed to update the directory. We have some screen copy example on the right. Here you can define, for example, which field can be updated, and which one are required, what does it contains, and is it a list? We can load a list from another directory, for example. So you can search in dial from global directory from different devices. Of course, the IP phones, from Cisco Jabber, now WebEx also, which can replace Jabber with the WebEx for CUSM. Microsoft Teams now, you can use the web directory also from a smartphone because we have designed the web directory as responsive, so you can adapt to this format. So if you have Teams, for example, Jabber on a smartphone, you can use it also. New web directory, collaboration endpoint, and DECT. So for the IP phone, we can help searching from IP phone by providing up to 5 search fields and more information, more result information, and also up to 4 numbers by contact. And there is a special mode called T9. Each time you press a key on the phone, it will search for the characters which are below the number. For example, if you press 2, it will search all the names beginning by ABC and so on. And the list of selected contacts reduced, and then it displays a short list from which you can dial. For Cisco Jabber, you can search from the normal search field because you can configure Jabber to search in Teliska Global Directory UDS server instead of CUSM UDS server. This is done by updating the famous jabber.config -config XML file, or now from CUSM 12, you can do it from the administration. So you define a mapping between the UDS field and the internal global directory field you have populated, and the result is displayed directly inside Jabber. It's also possible with Jabber to add a tab with an icon, and we have designed a specific format, very compact, to fit in a Jabber tab, actually on the vertical format. Now we can also use a new web directory if you are using Jabber in a larger format. In WebEx, you can define an URL, which a space associated to an URL, and then you can call a web directory. The difference is that you need to host the web directory on the cloud because this URL is only a public URL. You cannot, from this address, you cannot use, even if you are connected by Wi-Fi, for example, in the company, you cannot connect directly to an internal number, or you have to use a VPN or something like that. So it's possible, we can host it on the cloud, so it's possible. This is the new web directory interface. You can customize it a little bit, changing the logo, the colors of the button, and the color of the background. You can also use a photo as background. And there is a photo of the week, which is automatically displayed, but you can also customize it with a corporate photo. There is a news, which can be pushed by the supervisor at the top. And according to your right, you can select different directory and search. So by default, the search is a unique search field, and you can input several keywords, and it search in the defined columns. Here, for example, it's searching it's in French on a name, first name, company, and job title. So here, for example, we have input Teli, so it's selecting the contact from Teliska, company Teliska, and we have input MAR, so it has found Jean-Marc, so the second word contains Mar, and Martinez. That's the first word in Martinez, and marketing. That's why these 3 contacts are selected here. You can also use different fields and choose in which field you are searching which value. And the result can be displayed in card format or grid format. Card format contains a title, a subtitle, a few lines of information, and the numbers in email at the bottom. And you can also have a photo, which is now very interesting. And you can also display in a grid format, which is a bit more compact. From a contact, you can display icons, which helps to navigate. You can see there is a down arrow and up arrow. So that's a way to navigate through the hierarchy. So the up arrow, you can see the manager of the contact, and down arrow, you can see the team if he is manager. And the other icon with three people means you can see other contacts from the same team, same department, or what you have configured. The blue contact is to edit the contact, for example. And if you are alone, you can update the contact. So you can find a form in which you have a drop-down list, text field. You can control the value which is entered. For example, if it needs to be an email address, you can control it. You can import a photo. You click on the icon and so on. And you can allow, show you the contact to edit their own card. For example, here I am logged as JM Lacoste. And here, for example, I can view the contact for Thomas Damien. But I can here have a different icon. I can edit the contact because it's Jean Lacoste. So we have the right way to edit it. This is Teams. So from Teams, you can call file directory, assuming it is on the cloud. It's the same as for WebEx. So here I can show you. I can connect to Teams, and here you see I am in Teams, and there is an application which has been associated here for Global Directory. And with Teams, we have can have Azure authentication, automatic Azure authentication. So here you see it's a bit slow. So here it asks me to select. It's an option because maybe I have several accounts on Microsoft Azure, so it asks me to select which contact I want to log. It's possible to hide that. Now I'm identified at JM Lacoste at this level. That's how does it look when you use it from a vertical format, from a smartphone, for example. So it's more compact, of course, but it works. I will show you the interface for the video endpoints, so personal or room. So we have several applications for video endpoints, and one of the applications helps to configure the icons on the menu page. So we can push different icons as you did with a different application, and we can choose which icon and which color for each application. So here at the right bottom, we have a global directory icon. It displays a search field, so it's a unique search field for which we can search in different columns. It displays one or several pages of results, and if you click on plus, you can have several numbers or URI by contact. And recently, we have added a new feature. You can display the contact's telephony status, either by contact or by a number. So red means on the call, green available, and gray at the bottom means unregistered. And this is in real time. For the DECT, what we propose is we populate the OpenLDAP, which is hosted, installed on a global directory server. And normally the DECT can search in an LDAP. But here we have the official global directory on which we can search. For the reverse lookup, there are two solutions. For the IP phone, you can push text or a graphic pop-up, which allows to display up to 5 lines of information plus the photo. And the other way is to intercept the call using the external call control profile associated to the transaction pattern. And if we identify the calling number, we can create a display name which will follow the call, which is limited to 42 characters. This is interesting. If we compare the two solutions, on pop-up you can have more information. You can display it on ringing or on answer. You can display the photo. It works on the phone only. With the CCP, it's only on ringing, but you can display a name up to 42 characters, but it will update also the call history, which is interesting, and it works also for an SO phone. For Jabber, when we connect Jabber to our ODS server, it has also doing the reverse lookup. And it's possible to select the two modes at the same time to benefit of the two features. We also provide provisioning tools. It's not a full provisioning application. There is no web interface. There is no models, for example, of create configuration. But it's possible to automate the configuration from a directory or from a web service API to populate the end user, device profile, line, Jabber, single number each, license association with user and phone, and also Unity connection mail account. So we propose the global directory different editions, including different features. So the best is to take what we call the premium, which includes, for example, the web directory. And they have some specific features which are still separate. Okay, I think I'm on time. So if you have any question or any requirement, I will be happy to answer. Not for today. Okay, thank you very much. We will send you the presentation anyway. And please contact us as required.